on the banks of the Red Cedar in East Lansing, Spartan Stadium. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Western Michigan Broncos and the Michigan State Spartans. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Checking in with the Western Michigan head coach before the game. He is so excited to bring his team here into the home of a Big Ten opponent. He's aware that a lot of guys here are playing with a chip on their shoulder. Under-recruited, not appreciated, maybe overlooked by some of these Big Ten teams. But they want to prove they're just as good. Maybe even improve their stock in the portal for next season. We'll see how it plays out here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Broncos headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he's going to bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So Michigan State's offense that has the first possession of the game. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. This is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He is a big play waiting to happen.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Broncos offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And A.J. Hill will be running the show. He had a lot of company in the backfield in that loss last time out. Sacked 5 times and also threw a couple of picks. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Gets the first himself. Maybe a crease. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. To the air, it's Hill. Pressure coming. There he goes. Hits the slide, got the 1st down with his feet.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get 1st downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Tight end now in motion. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And it's blocked. still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hold and finds his man on the left.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They're testing the right side here. Hard-hitting tackle.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll heave it deep. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Western Michigan ready to get things going right now on offense. To throw, it's Hill. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the 2nd level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
On target. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Broncos, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the Broncos are in the red zone. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Never a doubt. They're now up 9-0. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. He leaves it with his back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Right back to the well. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads, they move the chains. Le'Veon Bell among many who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pull back a couple years ago, such a great season too. But just that's their physicality. That's the brand that they've had. That's what their coaches embrace. You know, not being the quote-unquote main team in their state, but they're going to hit you in the face and they're going to play physical.
They'll run play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Collier. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. We've come to the break. It's Western Michigan on top as we get a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down.
Red 54, ready, go!
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Got a little grass. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Michigan State. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. To the air, it's Hill. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Inside the 35. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Broncos come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their...
Finding some room. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Following that last play, we have a Bronco that is slow to get up. And the Broncos will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's 4th down for this defense.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right?
Touchdown, Broncos! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I like the decision to go for it, and I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch, huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
And the extra point is good. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, Dave.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2. Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. Catches it at the 15. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. The Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Might have a chance. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. And the Broncos have their offense in high gear. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Back to pass, it's Hill. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They go to the wide receiver screen. Now Michigan State wants to stop the clock. It's their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And now the Broncos called their first of 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. To the air, it's Hill. He's going to run it. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line, well within field goal range, but let's see what they do on this 4th down. Now the Spartans calling their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. A spectacular one-hand grab. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Wants to go right back downfield. Here's a heat. Fires to the right. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's open. Turning it on. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with Stanford taking on the number 3 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Mustangs in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being punked right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Soft spot in the middle. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Third down coming after the incompletion. Looking for a man. It's Hill. Unloads to the right. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. The give from the gun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Zings it complete to the right. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Slings it downfield. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Hand off from the shotgun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Now the play fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
At the end of that play, there is a Spartan who is slow to get up. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time.
And the ball's free in the backfield. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Flips it out to the back. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
On 4th down, going to the air. He wants to go deep. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Smarty.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Hill. This time on target. At the 40, there he goes. Lots of running room. Touchdown, Broncos! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And the throw out to the sideline. Good for just a few yards.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Spartans will punt this one away. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. The hand to the running back. Breaks into the open. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job.
He's loose. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Broncos, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. period starts with a second down play. Looking downfield, it's Hill. He uncorks one deep. Brings it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Broncos! And the punishment has been extended. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And right down the middle. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play.
There's a crease. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the ground game. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Spartans have this offense rolling. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7th. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Rushes on him. Gets rid of it. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in.
Snags it, and there's running room. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. That leaves him with a tough 4th down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're at.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. You're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in this ball game in the 4th quarter.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Following that last play, we have a Bronco that is slow to get up. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Makes the grab on the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The Broncos with the 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Following that last play, we have a Bronco that is slow to get up. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Finds the tight end. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Broncos back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And the Broncos pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They feed him again. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
The give to the lone running back. He just carries him face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They give it to him again. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.